Hi, my name is Nayoka Lynn. Happy Sunday. So, it was brought to my attention a couple of questions about something I had mentioned in previous videos. I mentioned that handling things is a process. Well, that's how it is for me. And also, I was asked, what is the process? I can only share my process. I can only speak for myself, and if it can help somebody, that's great. I was also asked, what do you mean by you receive downloads? Well, that's part of my process too. So, okay, so here goes. So, my process, like for instance, something was brought to my attention, a download, um, the end of last week. And it shook me a little bit and it jigged up my emotions. And I was very emotional about it. Now, here's my process. I've learned my behaviors in the past. If I was emotional or got or heard something or saw something that upset me, I would react and lash out. You know, I've learned over the years that that's really not the way to handle things. If anything, um, it just makes you repeat. It becomes a cycle over and over and over again. You just keep repeating the same thing. So what I do is I step back. And yes, I was emotional and I had negative emotions. Now, I get the positive thinking thing, and it's great to think positive. It's great to be able to recognize where an emotion is coming from, see where it's rooted from, and flip it, turn it into a positive. But our emotions are our guidance system. Yes, our emotions are our guidance system. That shows us, hey, hey, something's off, or attention, attention, curve at the curve upcoming ahead. So anyway, um, don't you know that God's plan for us is just so amazing? What a network. He sends you in here. Your soul has a body. Yeah, your body don't have a soul. Your soul has a body. It projects you into this reality, and you're here to experience, to help with the expansion of source of the source of all that is. So you're here to experience things, and you came here with a theme you'd like to explore, whatever it might be. So like I mentioned earlier, so you choose this hallway to go down. I'm going to choose that hallway to go down, and I am going to explore self-worth. Okay, so you go and you open that door. Now, in this hallway, as previously mentioned, there are many doors. What are these doors? They are experiences, people you will meet, situations that you will go through. Some are fated on purpose, and others have variables. You can make it switch different things. Okay, so knowing this in my head, knowing that this perfect design of balance is put in place. So when emotions come up, I don't ignore them and say, "Oh no, I'm just going to think positive. I'm just going to." No, I look at it. Okay, this is an emotion raising up in me to get my attention of something. I'm not going to disregard it. I'm going to honor it and be grateful for it and look at it. And I'm going to feel it. I am going to feel it. I am an empath. I am going to feel it. What is an empath? You don't know. Okay, an empath. When you're unaware of this gift, you don't understand it. It's something to be learned how to um, handle, I guess, or flow with it. An empath simply means that you're very sensitive to people's feelings, their emotions. So if I'm sitting with somebody, more times than not, I can pick up on their emotions, their feelings, if their heart feels heavy, if they're scared, if they're lying to me. um, I pick up on this. Or sometimes it'll be like a total stranger. For instance, me and my friend Chrisanne and her daughter, I call her my third eye girl, we went to a local restaurant to have something to eat. So we were sitting there, and this waitress kept walking back and forth. Now, this is what my downloads are. As this waitress is walking back and forth, and mind you, I've never seen this girl before. I didn't know her. I didn't know anything about her or her life. But I started receiving downloads. And what are downloads? Bits of information about her, something that she's going through. I picked up on her feelings, her frequency, if you will. So I just kind of looked at Chris and I kind of shook my head. Now, I'm not told this stuff. I don't receive these downloads to just peep somebody's business. No, it's for a reason. So in my thinking and my humanness, I said, I just come here to eat, but no. So I just kind of smiled, and when the waitress came to our table, I asked her permission to share with her what I had received, and it was something that she was holding, a frequency she was holding against her mother. I guess her mother had been an alcoholic and abusive, and she pretty much had to raise herself, really, and handle things. And what was shown to me, I always get a solution, or I won't say solution, I always get some understanding for them, something to consider, to shift that frequency. What this whole thing was orchestrated for, her mother being this way, was so that she would stand strong. It propelled her forward into something that she needed to explore, to stand in. And even if she doesn't realize exactly what it is at that point, I let her know that it was a gift. It helped her. And not to be so hard on her mom, that her mom did love her, in fact. Sometimes we go through things and we don't understand, and we want things to be different. Like this weekend, I sat here and I processed, and I realized that people are going to come into my life, and I might want to hang on to them, and I might want to really partake in their life and be around for a while. But sometimes it doesn't end up that way. They only come up to show you something. They mirror you. This amazing process that God has for us, as I mentioned, we come in with a theme that we want to explore. And what's orchestrated is you do have soul contracts. I hear a lot of people say, oh, this is my soulmate. You have lots of soulmates. You have lots of soulmates. It's soul contracts. Hey, you know what? We're going to go into this life, and I'm going to show up, and I'm going to do this for you, and I'm going to hurt you, and you're going to fuss at me, and you're going to call me a little shit. Yes, I said shit. And why did I say shit? Okay, I'm going to tell you why I said shit. All right, I know in my religious teachings, you wasn't supposed to cuss. Man, that was my favorite word in the whole world. Anything that happened, oh shit. And then imagine my relief when I was shown by my spirit guide that it's not what you say. It's not what you say. It's your intention behind it. So you can have somebody smile at you and they'll tell you, oh, I just love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. But their frequency is saying something else. Energy don't lie. So even if you're stating this, your intention sends out a frequency. And you keep receiving stuff on that frequency back. What you put out comes back to you. It's deception. Yeah. Or you can have somebody just laughing and joking and say, what a little shit you are. What was the intention behind that? Does that make it that person evil or whatever? Any kind of negative anything? No. What was the intention behind it? God, the universe, source, whatever you want to call it, spirit, picks up the frequency. You can't hide from the frequency. And a lot of times, that's what I'm picking up on. I'm picking up on frequency. Does that make me better than anybody else? Absolutely not. I've been following the roadmap. I've been following the clues from my emotions, people showing up in my life to mirror what's going on inside of me, mirror my frequency. Well, how do they do that? Well, if you have a problem with self-worth, they're going to come in and they're going to try to use you, abuse you, lie to you. They're not going to treat you so well. Some of them will be blatant with it. Others will smile and stab you in the back. But anyway, so yes, I've been following this little roadmap. This is my process. I sit back and I ask, okay, this happened to me. These emotions are popping up. What is this trying to show me? I hear people say all the time, lessons are blessings. Well, your lessons are your biggest blessings. Yes. Let me share this. So, a few years back, I'm not a gamer. I don't play video games. I don't care if anybody else does. That's just a statement. And when I was sitting there, this is what was shown to me, that at different levels, you learn different things, you meet different people, different little things. You're taught things along the way. So at the end of the level, you have to use all these coins. I saw little Luigi diddy-bopping along, getting all his coins. And at the end of that level, he had to use those coins to buy something to slay whatever beast was in his way so that he could rise up to the next level. Well, that's what it's shown to me. I go along on a level wherever God's brought me at that point, and I start learning things and learning things and learning things and learning things. Now, before I get to the next level, I'm going to have to use that knowledge. I'm going to invest everything I've been taught on that level to slay the beast. What beast? What could possibly be the beast? Now, some might be thinking, oh, people out there that are trying to hurt me. Absolutely not. They're not the beast. It's your fear-based belief that's held you back. So if there's something you've been taught about a fear-based belief that you have inside of you, and you've been taught how to release it and why you should release it, I always ask for clarity. You will receive clarity if you really want clarity on a situation. So you receive all this stuff to slay that beast in your mind, okay? So when you get to the end of that level, somebody, a situation's going to show up and you're going to have to use that knowledge. Now, let me give you an example. So, for example, I've been taught that people that come into my life, they mirror me, or they help me now see if I'm going to pass this level. So they might show up, smile in my face, do whatever. Now I have an option. When I find out, do I strike out? Do I get my feelings hurt? That's what was happening. I started to get my feelings hurt. But then I did my process and I realized, okay, I understand. I'm being fine-tuned. And I love that. It don't feel good all the time going through it, but I am being fine-tuned and I love it. So I have an option. Do I use the knowledge that I've been given to slay that beast finally, to put it to rest so I can pass on to the next level? Or do I strike out? and do like I did when I was much younger. So I use all those little coins I've gathered, and I slayed the beast. But don't be fooled. Your emotions are important. That's your guidance system. People showing up in your life, that's your guidance system. It's all pieces and parts of the roadmap. And you might ask, well, where's this roadmap leading to? You. Peeling back the layers of your true self. It's ascension, yes. It's being awake or waking up. So some might ask, well, what do you mean wake up? What am I waking up to? Your true divinity, your sacredness. You're being taught how to love people without attachments. Attachments to what? I don't need you in my life. I can be in your life and be happy. I am not relying on you to make me happy. I'm not relying on you. I think it's wonderful when two awake people can come together, be happy in themselves, respect and love and honor the other one, and knowing that if the other one decides that it's got to go away, thank you. Thank you for your part in my life. Yeah. Attachments to how something is supposed to turn out. See, that was something that I was struggling with a little bit there. That I was fine-tuned. I was hoping a situation was going to turn out one way, when in fact I started to see it go another way, and I started to see it in a different light, and I thought, oh, yeah. So you can't have attachments towards things. All you can do is show up and be the best you, and roll with it. Don't strike out. Spite is a horrible thing. Deception is a horrible thing. You're not hurting anybody as much as you're hurting yourselves when you do that stuff. It's a cycle you get on. And understandably, see, that's what an empath is. So if I'm an empath and I see somebody smiling in my face, and I know they're lying to me, I can feel their pain. I understand why they're coming at me the way they're coming at me. So I understand. Yeah. I heard a friend of mine who is definitely an empath say, yeah, you even feel sorry for a-holes. It's not so much you feel sorry for them. It's just you understand. And why do you understand so well? Because that was you. Yeah. Women understand women in childbirth when they've gone through it themselves. We understand. There's no pain like that I have ever experienced. And quite frankly, I'm glad I'm done with all that. So, yes. So that's my process. The downloads, I get little bits of information about things. And not just for other people. I don't get downloads just on other people. And if I do, it's to help. And I'm shown how to help. I get downloads about myself. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the situation I might be going through. Yeah. Now, some people call that psychic. I don't know why. I've never really cared for that word. I'm not sure why I don't care for it. But to me, it's just your divinity. It's who you are. That's who you truly are. Everyone is gifted. Everyone is gifted. At your true core, your true divinity, you are so gifted. You're so powerful. You're a God creator. You're an extension of the most high, amazing source of all that is. The network, the way this all works is just phenomenal. It's just amazing to me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's my process. That's the story of my process. I process what I've been taught. I'm little Luigi grabbing all those things. and using all the knowledge to slay the beast in here. Yeah, yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now, if you're happy and content where you're at, okay, okay, that's fine. I've learned personally that every bit of knowledge I've ever received helped me tremendously and helped others through me with my wisdom. Wisdom is knowledge based on experience put into action. You got to put it into action, because if you don't, it's like back in the day. I was reminded. Remember when we used to use phone cards? Um, it's like having a phone card. You know, you might have $1,000 on the phone card, but until you activate it, it's worthless. So all the knowledge you get, grabbing all those coins, you have to activate it. How do you activate it? You walk in it. Kind of reminds me of like when I hear people in church say, "Oh, I'm covered by the blood." What? How are you covered by the blood? Now, some people say, "Well, you know, he hung on the cross and he bled for me, and now all my sins are saved." Okay, I get that. I get that. All right, but there's another side to that. There's a different light to that as well. John 1:1 says, "In the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God." Okay, so the Word, Jesus says, "Unless ye do these things that I'm teaching, depart from me, ye that work iniquity, I never knew you." So that basically says, look, you're covered by the blood, the life of the Word. You're only covered by the life of the Word if you put it into action, if you put it into use. He's saying, hey, do this stuff that I'm teaching you. I just think it's sad that all the books that our scholars took out, the books that taught you about your true divinity, the books that taught you just how powerful you are, what a beautiful extension of God you are. You know, God can get you right where you're at and take you where you need to be. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's my process. I follow what I've been taught. I use the knowledge that I've been given, and I walk in it. And when you walk in the knowledge that you're given, He'll give you more. A rich man can't enter. He has to give it out. When you give it out, when you put it into use, you get more. Planting seeds. It's a win-win. So anyway, I want you to know that you're part of a amazing divine network. Once you exist, you can never not exist. It's just, it blows me away. I just love it. I know all my little puzzle pieces I've had along the way have taught me about infinity. Yes, once you exist, you can't not exist. Now, if you want to believe that if you're good, you're going to walk on gold streets and wear a robe and crown, that's fine with me. Mm-hmm. And when you pass, you might experience that for a few moments. You might. And then you'll do your life review and you'll see how things really are. Because now you're out of this illusion, this projection. Oh, what a wonderful, wonderful God we have. He's amazing. And He loves you and He's unconditional. Yes. I was told not so long ago that one of the greatest schemes of the devil is to tell you that there's no devil and there's no hell. How convenient for the ones who manipulated all the scriptures to pass that little information along. Hey, look, don't doubt this now, you know. Because if you believe that this isn't true, well, you're going to go to hell anyway. I think one of the greatest deceptions ever is when they manipulated the scriptures, took away your empowerment, your divinity, and made you think you were lowly little worthless worms that had to remain under the control and worship and serve this unconditional love, this God. The scripture says God is love. His love is unconditional. But this unconditional loving God will throw you in the pits of hell for eternity if you mess up. Don't make good sense. Anyways, that's all right. So that's going to be the end of my process and my downloads. I think I've said enough already. I think I do want to sing you a little song. I want you to know how beautiful you are. Because you are. You are absolutely beautiful. Yes. Do you know that you're beautiful, and can I say you make me smile? I want to know so many things about you, so won't you stay with me a while? You make me smile. Oh, don't you know you're beautiful? We are many in this big wide world. Oh, yes, it's true. And yes, we're very different in some things that we do. Deep inside, we're all the same. We've all got blood running through our veins, designed to live in love so beautiful. Oh, do you know that you're beautiful, and can I say you make me smile? Now I want to know so many things about you, so won't you stay with me a while? You make me smile. Oh, don't you know you're beautiful? I was sitting here thinking about the world today. We are all so rich and blessed in so many ways. The time has come to stand together, hearts and minds unite forever. Let's all live in love so beautiful. Oh, do you know that you're beautiful, and can I say you make me smile? Now I want to know so many things about you, so won't you stay with me a while? You make me smile. Oh, don't you know you're beautiful? You are beautiful. You're a beautiful extension of God, here to live your life flawlessly. Have a blast. There'll be things that pop up, emotions, people. Make a process. Use what you've learned. Use all the tools that you've received and process through it. You don't have to stay there. You don't have to say, oh, they hurt me, and now I have to suffer forever, and I can't take this away from my mind. That's hell. That's hell when you get stuck like that. Shake it loose. Shake it loose. Yeah. Move forward. Don't get stuck in the misery. Focus on the beautiful things. Learn your lessons and slay that beast. My name is Nayoka Lynn. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Namaste.